When you use SQL, it's about managing your data in the database. However, you might also expect that you can access your database from wherever you are. If you use SQL programs, you would primarily achieve the former, but it's less relevant to the latter. SQL is a powerful language for managing data in a database. However, it is not specifically designed for remote access. What we want is both a database and a cloud platform so that we can work with the database from anywhere. In this regard, Microsoft Azure is one of the suitable platforms. Azure SQL Database is a fully managed relational database service that provides high availability, scalability, and security in the cloud. You can access your Azure SQL Database from anywhere in the world using a variety of tools and devices. Of course, Microsoft Azure is not the only suitable platform I mentioned. Google and Amazon also offer similar cloud services. You can choose a platform according to your preference. For example, when you check for possible databases from Excel, you will find many SQL databases. Since Azure is from Microsoft, it's much easier to access the database from Excel. Therefore, I prefer Microsoft Azure. Today, I'll discuss the step-by-step setup of a Microsoft Azure SQL database. First, please go to the website and create your Microsoft Azure account and select SQL Databases. When you select SQL Databases, you can see this page. Now, let's create SQL databases. If you click the Create button, you can fill out project details. First, you need to choose the resource group name. This is not important. You can choose a simple name. Then, you also need to choose database name. This is not also important. You can delete this database and create a new database later. So, just choose a simple name. From now, this is an important step. You need to choose the SQL Server name. This name is crucial because it will serve as your login ID. The server name will be the name you choose. Database.window.net, which is what you will use to access Microsoft Azure. Please select the name and password carefully. For the authentication method, choose Use SQL Authentication. The next steps will remain as default. So simply click the Next button until you see the summary page. You have successfully set up the Microsoft Azure SQL database. Upon returning to the Microsoft Azure webpage, you'll see that the necessary resources have been created. This serves as the basic format. Perhaps you can see the one database you created during the process. Within the SQL Server, I will create multiple databases to manage my data. Let's download Azure Data Studio for desktop-based work. When running Azure Data Studio, first go to Extension and install SQL Server Import. Next, navigate to Connections and click New Connection. A pop-up window will appear. Here, you need to input your login information, matching it as shown. After logging in, let's practice some SQL queries. Go to File and choose New Query. Or you can use the shortcut Ctrl+N. When a new SQL query window opens, type the following code to create a database named Test1, and then refresh. Then, you can see the new database, Test1. I have created a database called Test1. Now, let's import some data into this database. You can use the shortcut Ctrl+I. Choose the Test1 database I created and upload the Excel file core link. You can review the data you're about to upload. You'll need to specify whether a column should be a primary key and allow nulls. I won't explain primary key at this moment, but for allow nulls, if your data includes empty cells, it's advisable to select this option. You can see the uploaded data table, named dbo.core link. From now on, you will witness the capabilities of Microsoft Azure SQL. In the introduction, I mentioned that SQL is a powerful language for managing data in a database. However, it is not specifically designed for remote access. What we need is both a database and a cloud platform, allowing us to work with the database from anywhere. In this regard, Microsoft Azure is one of the suitable platforms. Let's return to the Microsoft Azure website. Now, you can access the Test1 database I created in Azure Data Studio. Simply click on the Test1 database. Next, select Query Editor to open a new query window. In this window, you'll find the data table, named dbo.core length that you uploaded from Azure Data Studio. Now, let's type the following code to view the data. You can now view the data as shown. You can then download the data to your PC. Microsoft Azure SQL Server is a powerful platform for managing your data in a web-based cloud database. I created the Test1 database, uploaded Excel data in my office, and later accessed and downloaded this data on my PC at home. With Microsoft Azure SQL Server, you can access your data from anywhere, and that's one of its greatest strengths. Microsoft Azure SQL offers another excellent function. In Excel, navigate to date a new query from Azure SQL Database. Then, input your SQL Server database as follows. A window will pop up. Select the Database tab and enter your username and password. You will then see the Test1 database. When you click on Test1, you can access the data, core length, from the SQL Server. Let's download this data now. Click the Load button, and you'll see the data loading from the SQL Server. From now on, you can access your database and work on your data from anywhere. For more details, please visit www.agronomyforfuture.com.